Imagine an entire family or a close group of friends setting out for a day hike or a short trip, laughing, talking, and making plans, only for none of them to return. No phone calls, no trace, just an empty silence where their voices should be. These are the chilling stories of groups who vanished together, leaving behind nothing but questions and the hope that someday the truth will surface. Welcome to Missing Persons Archives, where we explore the most mysterious and haunting disappearances from around the world. Every case we cover is real. Every missing person has a story, and every unanswered question is a call for truth. Case 1, the Fort Worth 3, 1974. It was 2 days before Christmas in Fort Worth, Texas, when 17-year-old Rachel Trlica, 14-year-old Renee Wilson, and 9-year-old Julie Moseley set out for an afternoon of Christmas shopping. They were supposed to be back in just a few hours, but when evening came, their families were gripped by worry. Their car was eventually found in the parking lot of the mall with Christmas presents locked inside. A strange letter, allegedly from Rachel, was mailed to her husband the next day, claiming the girls had gone to Houston. But handwriting experts have long debated its authenticity. In the decades since, there have been theories ranging from a runaway plot gone wrong to abduction by someone they knew. Despite thousands of tips and extensive searches, no trace of the girls has ever been found. The Fort Worth 3 remain one of Texas's most enduring mysteries, 3 young lives that vanished into thin air. Case 2, the Indiana Dunes, 1966. On a warm July afternoon in 1966, 3 friends, 19-year-old Ann Miller, 19-year-old Patricia Blough, and 21-year-old Renee Bruhl headed to Indiana Dunes State Park for a relaxing day by the water. Witnesses saw them arrive in a pale blue boat with a man they didn't recognize. That was the last confirmed sighting. Their belongings were left on the beach, untouched. At first, police thought they might have drowned, but no bodies ever surfaced. In the years that followed, rumors swirled, a possible link to organized crime, speculation that Ann Miller had become pregnant and fled, or that the trio had been lured into a dangerous situation under false pretenses. Even decades later, their families still hold out hope. But like the shifting sands of the dunes, the trail has been erased, leaving only whispers and unanswered questions. Case 3, the Sarah Jo Crew, 1979. 5 friends from Maui, Ben Kalama, Ralph Maliakini, Peter Hanchett, Patrick Wessner, and Scott Moorman set out for a fishing trip on February 11, 1979, aboard a small boat named Sarah Jo. A sudden storm swept in, and the men never returned. Years later, in 1988, the wreckage of the Sarah Jo was found on an uninhabited island in the Marshall Islands, more than 2,000 miles away. Nearby, a shallow grave was discovered, containing the remains of Scott Moorman. The other 4 men were never found. Adding to the mystery, the grave had been carefully marked with rocks and even contained paper-like materials believed to be from a Buddhist burial ritual, something that baffled investigators. Who buried Scott? And how did the boat end up so far from Hawaii? The Sarah Jo mystery remains one of the Pacific's most puzzling maritime disappearances. Case 4, the Flannan Isles Lighthouse Keepers, 1900. In December 1900, 3 lighthouse keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur, were stationed on the remote Flannan Isles, a rugged group of islands off the coast of Scotland. When a relief vessel arrived after a fierce storm, the lighthouse was eerily silent. Inside, the table was set for a meal that was never eaten. 2 of the keepers' heavy oilskins were missing, suggesting they had gone outside in rough weather, but one set remained, indicating at least one man had stepped out without proper protection. The logbook contained strange entries describing unusually severe winds, personal tensions, and the men's fear. The final note simply read, "Storm ended, sea calm, God is over all." Some believe a rogue wave swept them away. Others whisper of foul play, supernatural forces, or something even stranger. To this day, their disappearance remains a haunting mystery of the sea. 4 different groups, 4 different settings, and yet the same haunting outcome: entire groups of people who simply vanish, leaving behind only fragments of their last moments. Were these tragedies born of chance, of nature's wrath, or of human malice? The truth is still out there, waiting to be found. If you have theories, share them in the comments. If you have information, contact the authorities. And remember, every missing person has someone who's still searching for them. Thanks for watching Missing Persons Archives. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and never stop asking questions.